الأسد وعلى قبال
سوريا بشار وبس الله سوريا بشار وبس الله سوريا بشار وبس الله.
Welcome friends of Syria. Welcome everyone who's supported Syria for the last 7 years. And I know that many of you have faced abuse and your voice hasn't been listened to. And we're here to denounce what happened last week, the attacks on Syria, the terrorist attack backed up by the Australian government, disgracefully, but also the survival of Syria, and that Syria, as this sign says, will not kneel. Yeah. Syria is winning despite these attacks, despite the propaganda war, despite the economic war. Syria is winning. So in a sense we're here to celebrate too. I think it's safe to say this crisis has showed also who were the real friends of Syria and which ones ran away when the conflict came along. We probably all have ideas of who the false friends were. But we know that young people, people of all ages, men and women, sacrificed their lives. At least 100,000 Syrian soldiers have sacrificed their lives to defend this country. And it behoves us to recognise that sacrifice, that tremendous sacrifice for which Syria now exists. Can we recognise the martyrs of this struggle who defended Syria and are the reason why Syria exists now? The terrorist attack by President Trump, which was, to me, is vanity terrorism. It's done nothing really. Amazingly, no one was killed apparently. 100 cruise missiles and no one was killed. What's that due to? One, the Syrian army, with its old technology, I know people are upset they haven't got the latest technology, but with the old technology, they took out 70% of those missiles. Yes. The other thing is that Trump and Israel were too scared to provoke Russia. They were too scared to go anywhere near the Russian facilities and risk the possibility of escalation. So whatever the cause, that attack hasn't changed anything at all in this war. Syria is winning, it's continuing to win. The attack did allow Daesh, the terrorist group Daesh, to make an attack from South Damascus. They won't last very long. That was the next target anyway. The Syrian army, the Republican Guard, the Tiger forces will be moving into Yarmouk and moving into the parts of South Damascus that Daesh is still in.
Yes, team.
So, Trump said he was sending a message to President Assad. I think he was trying to say it was a message of some moral superiority, wagging his moral finger. The country that has killed over 2 million people and initiated 6 wars in this region is trying to give a moral lesson to Syria. Imagine that. But I think really the lesson that President Assad and the Syrians will know is that nothing is going to stop Syria winning this war. Not even the greatest powers on earth. The progress is unstoppable, and thankfully, I think at least our staunchness, our dependence on our faith in Syria is going to be vindicated very soon. Thank you very much for it.
Hello everyone, my name's Jay Tharapel. I've been organising with Hands Off Syria since February 2013. That's 5 years. 50% of my adult life has been spent defending your country, and I'm very proud to do so. I'm not going to tell you what you already know. Most people here know that the war against Syria is based on lies. Most people know that the war is characterized as an act of imperialist aggression against a sovereign nation. Yes. What I want to talk about is what we can do about it constructively in this country. There are 2 issues in particular that I want to raise, so I'm not going to take up too much time. The first issue is that of the economic sanctions on Syria. The second is the issue of arms sales to Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Australia. Yes, boo to Saudi Arabia. Australia participates in the economic sanctions on Syria. Remember the sanctions that were imposed on Iraq after the first Gulf War? What happened? 500,000 children died. Madeleine Albright, the UN representative from the United States, said that the price was worth it. Syrian blood is not cheap. We have to say to our leaders, no matter how much time and energy you spend denouncing the president of the Syrian Arab Republic, Dr. Bashar al-Assad, none of that. How do you justify imposing sanctions against the Syrian people? How do you justify imposing sanctions that punish the Syrian people for standing up to the most vicious campaign of aggression, one of the most well-funded proxy wars in modern history? How can we do this? I've been passing around a petition. I want you to sign it. If you have skills that are of use to Hands Off Syria, I want you to let us know about it. I want you to get in touch with us, and we'll get in touch with you as well. We need to go to our politicians and spoon feed them. We have to ask them questions. Do you believe that it's right that Syrian people should pay higher and higher prices for food and medicine? This is what's killing the Syrian people. The second issue is the issue about the arms sales to Saudi Arabia. Australia sells weapons to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia arms the terrorists who are waging war against the Syrian Arab Republic.
30% of Australian defence industries.
Saudi Arabia is murdering the people of Yemen as we speak. We have to oppose this brutality, because those who wage war against Yemen are the same people who wage war against the Syrian Arab Republic. We have to intervene in the political life of this country. We have to make the case to the working class of this country, to the trade unions of this country. As a member of the Communist Party of Australia, that's what I seek to do. But I can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. We need the educated amongst you. We need those amongst you who can speak, those amongst you who can write and do graphic design to step up, devote 1 hour of your time to helping our cause. We have 2 events. We have one event there's one more event that I wanted to speak about. That's May Day. I've been handing out these flyers, and there's flyers right here. Come and get them. On the 6th of May, we're going to participate in that rally. We're going to show people that we are not ashamed to support the defense of the Syrian Arab Republic. And I wanted to finish up by saying, Al-Nasr lil-Jaysh al-Arabi Suri.